Welcome back to the channel. So today we have got a new part and we're going to be changing out our intake finally. I've been waiting on this for a long time. So this is what we're going to be working on. So we finally got our hands on the Eventuri intake. That is an intake that uses the hood scoop as makes it functional again since Gen 1. And we're going to be swapping out our intake, so let us go through what that entails. So what we'll be doing is we're going to be replacing this piece here, and it comes off with these two bolts and just kind of lifts off, clips into here. We're going to be changing the box, and they have a sort of a reverse cone filter, and I'll detail that once we put it on. But one of the things we have to take off is this MAF sensor. So we're going to have to take this off of this stock box and put it onto the Eventuri intake. The stock box comes off with just this screw here, and I believe it'll just pop out. So there isn't a whole lot to this job in general. The other thing we'll be changing is we'll be putting on the Eventuri hood scoop. So we'll have to take off the stock hood scoop to get that on. And it's just this screw, and then we've got to sort of pop it off with some trim removal tools. And we have those, so that's not a big deal. So let's get started on that. As you can see, this comes off pretty easily. It's just two bolts right here, and it sort of fits in like so. And you just pull it off, and it comes right off. So we're going to throw that aside, and now we have to take this bolt off. Once we get this bolt off, the entire airbox, along with loosening this clamp right here, and taking off the MAF sensor, here, we should be able to take the whole airbox out. So pretty quick job here. So we got the airbox out. We just unscrewed that, plugged out that MAF sensor there, which goes in here, and there's this rubber grommet here that actually slides onto this part of the airbox, and we took this bolt out here, and it just pops right out. So we did drop our socket down in there, but now there's a big enough hole for me to reach my hand down in there, so we're gonna get that out. So the new air intake will fit in this space here, so we're gonna go ahead and start installing that. So with the intake box out, you can see the work we did to install the intercooler pipe. So this is the replacement intercooler pipe, and it fits really well, really clean install. So that's what it looks like. So we took the screws out of the MAF sensor. The thing you got to make sure of, and hope you can see that arrow here, this is the direction of the air that needs to, when you install it into this piece, you want to make sure that the air is going in this direction. So it wants to sit like this on the car. So make sure you don't switch that, or else your MAF sensor won't work. The other thing to note with these MAF sensors is that I have the pre-LCI edition Mini F56. The LCI version has a different MAF sensor, so this piece here is actually different for the post-LCI, the LCI versions of the Mini. So make sure you order the right one. So the new airbox, or the cone filter, goes in like so, fits on this hole that the stock intake fit on, and it also uses this bolt which the stock intake did not use. So we've got to take this bolt out, and we're gonna screw the intake on the new cone, Eventuri cone, in that spot. So I did have to play around with these screws in these clamps to make sure that I can get the right angle so that this fits well. It was kind of tricky to just move this around a little bit and make sure that I get a good seal here with this piece. So, but we got it in. I ended up having to move this hose here, this connector hose, to get a better seal, to get the airbox, the cone, into the right position. So I had to move this back a little bit on the pipe, and I loosened these bolts as well to get the right angle. But once we got that in, this was able to lock in and seal. So now we're going to work on the hood scoop. So we'll come back. It's the next day. Ran out of sunlight last night, but we have it installed. We still haven't installed the hood scoop, but we did take the old one off, the stock hood scoop. And as you can see, you have these 6 clips around the hood scoop. So I just took a trim tool and kind of targeted where these clips were, and you can tell where they are based on the Eventuri clips. And then you have one screw right here, so once you take the screw out, you can just use a trim tool and pop everything off. So as you can see, it came off pretty cleanly, so that's not a big deal. We'll save that for later until we sell the car or something. But if you can look here, the alignment of the intake isn't quite what I'd like it to be, so I'm going to play around with this and see if I can get the cone portion moved over a little bit more so that it lines up it cleanly. So I'm just going to sort of adjust these screws here and finagle that a little bit. I don't have a stock pipe, as you can tell from a previous video, so that might have thrown the alignment off a little bit. So we're going to play around with that and fix that. So it looks like we got it sorted out. What I did was I just loosened this bolt here and just kind of finagled it a little bit until it lined up better and created a good seal. So I'm happy with that. We're gonna just go with that for now. So we're gonna go ahead and put the hood scoop on. As you can see, we've taken the old one off already. So and these little clips come with the hood scoop. So it comes with the hood the clips and the screw. There's also an extra screw in the bag for this. So these just kind of pop into these holes. So it's a really easy install, this portion of it. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop that on. Just want to line it up into those holes. And there's should be 6 clicks. Make sure it's popped on, and then we're going to open the hood and just screw that in. Hood scoop's on. That seems to be lined up pretty well, so super happy with that. All the bolts are tightened. And that's it. Let's take her for a ride. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. While you're down there, go ahead and subscribe. That helps us a lot.